Let's start. In this session, we are going to discuss Snowflake Data Engineering Demo. Okay. So as part of Snowflake Data Engineering, we'll start with Snowflake fundamentals. Then we are going to understand what is data warehouse, what is Snowflake architecture. Then we are going to discuss how to create a free Snowflake account and how to log in Snowflake account. What are different ways to connect to Snowflake? We are going to see all those practicals as part of Snowflake fundamentals. Once we complete Snowflake fundamentals, we come to know importance of SQL for Snowflake, SQL for Snowflake team. And we will discuss SQL for Snowflake. Most of the people, they may do not have SQL knowledge. If you want to work with the Snowflake, you need minimum knowledge of SQL. Here we are going to discuss SQL for Snowflake team. Snowflake. Then we are going to discuss very important AWS for Snowflake team. AWS for Snowflake. Let me diagrammatically explain it. Let's say this is my Snowflake account. Snowflake backend, you can select any one of cloud. Let's say AWS or Azure or GCP team. For Snowflake, you can select any one of cloud account. While creating Snowflake account, we can choose a backend cloud. So here, why we are learning Snowflake for AWS for Snowflake team. Let's say my client having AWS account. My client is having AWS account. They are getting complete data into AWS S3 service. AWS S3 service too. So they are getting data, huge volumes of data into AWS S3. So my requirement is I want to move this data from S3 to Snowflake tables. So in Snowflake, we have database. In database, we have schema. In schema, we have tables. Let's say in this table, I want to load Snowflake file system data. For this, we have concept like storage. In that storage, we have concept called external stage, not storage, stage concept. In this, we have external stage concept. Using this external stage concept, we are going to load data from S3 to external stage. From this stage, we are going to load data into table using copy command. We copy this external stage data into table using copy command. We have other approach. There is other approach called snowpipe. Let's say in S3, we are getting continuous data. Let's say we are getting continuous streaming data. So instead of using stage concept, we use snowpipe. Then we capture data of S3, continuous streaming data. Then we write the data into table. And these are main important approach. We have some other. In graphical approach, we have a load option and multiple ways to. These are main ways to copy data from S3 to Snowflake. Here, one important point to do. By default, your Snowflake do not have option of accessing S3 data. Here we need AWS IAM. In this AWS IAM, we are going to create a role. We are going to create a role, and this role we are going to attach S3 access permission, S3 policy. Then we add this role to external stage. We add this role to external stage. Once we add this role to external stage, then Snowflake gets permission to access S3 because we added S3 policy. Once we add S3 policy, now Snowflake having capable to access S3. So first service, we need to know S3. Second important service, we need to know IAM. Next important one thing. Let's say we have Unix server or Linux server. Let's say in this we have Ubuntu operating system. So here we are getting data into Unix machine. We are getting data into Unix machine. From this local file system, we can say in this we have data, right? We call this is a local file system. So we are getting data into local file system. This data, I want to store it into table, Snowflake table. For this, we are going to use SnowSQL. We will install SnowSQL into Ubuntu operating system. Using SnowSQL, we can copy this local file system and we can load it into table, Snowflake table. Okay, using SnowSQL software, it is a client software. We will install SnowSQL in Ubuntu operating system. Then we will move local file system from Ubuntu operating system to Snowflake table. So here we use a service called EC2 service. So for Snowflake integration with AWS, we need main important services of AWS IAM, S3, AWS IAM, and EC2 service. So as part of AWS for Snowflake, first we are going to discuss AWS fundamentals, because to know this S3, IAM, Ubuntu, we need an account. We need to know what is AWS. So first we are going to discuss fundamentals. Next we are going to discuss S3. Next we are going to discuss IAM. Next we are going to discuss EC2. These four services we are going to discuss as a part of AWS for S3 team. Okay. Once we complete this one, we are going to start. The fourth important topic is master Snowflake team. So we will discuss fourth important module is master Snowflake. Here we are going to discuss all master Snowflake concept like time travel, fail-safe, zero copy cloning, and we are going to discuss all Snowflake concepts too. And once we complete this fourth one, we are going to discuss real-time project on Snowflake too. Real-time project on Snowflake. So we'll discuss this real-time project on Snowflake, and then sixth module we are going to discuss snowpark. So here we are going to learn Python plus snowpark. So here we are going to discuss snowpark integration with Snowflake. Okay, and then seventh one we are going to discuss real-time project on snowpark. snowpark. And once 7th module is completed, 8th module, we are going to discuss DBT for Snowflake. DBT for Snowflake. And then 9th module, we are going to discuss real-time project on DBT for Snowflake. DBT for Snowflake team. So these are 9 modules we are going to discuss as part of Snowflake Data Engineering team. So total duration for this one is 2 months. 2 months, and we have multiple batches. We have batches in the morning and evening. Current Snowflake Data Engineering batch we are taking at 7 p.m. IST, and daily 1 hour class. And here we are taking Monday to Friday. Regular classes Monday to Friday, and we have weekend workshops. In these weekend workshops, we are covering real-time use cases on Snowflake, snowpark, and DBT, and Python integration with Snowflake, and PySpark integration with Snowflake, PySpark integration with Snowflake, okay, and AWS Glue integration with Snowflake, etc. These are concepts we are going to cover in weekend workshops. Okay, so total 9 modules. Okay, then along with this 9 modules, we are going to conduct different workshops. Along with this one, we are going to discuss very important one, Apache Airflow for Snowflake, snowpark, DBT. Apache Airflow for Snowflake, snowpark, and DBT, and many other concepts we are going to cover as part of weekend workshops. So this is our complete course plan. Yeah, myself, I am Akkem Sreenivas. I am having 16 plus years of experience, IT experience. I started my career as Java developer. Then I got an opportunity to work on big data, and I worked on various big data concepts like Hadoop frameworks, like Hive, Scoop, Flume, etc. And I have an exposure of Apache Kafka, and I have exposure of Apache Spark with Java, and Scala, and Python team. I have exposure of Spark with Java, Scala, and Python. Along with this one, I have exposure of AWS Cloud. Then I moved into AWS Data Engineering. AWS Data Engineering, I have Multiple services team. I have EC2, S3, S3, AWS, Glue, Athena, and Lambda, and Redshift, and EMR, and step functions, Kinesis, and many more AWS services. Along with this one, I have exposure on Snowflake, data warehouses. I have exposure on Redshift. I have exposure on Snowflake. I have exposure of Snowpark and Snowflake integration with dbt, Snowflake integration with Python, Snowflake integration with PySpark, Snowflake integration with AWS Glue, etc. kind of integrations, knowledge, experience I have to. Before this IT, I worked as assistant professor in one of the reputed colleges. Around 2+ years into IT assistant professor. Then I moved to IT. So total training. I have 18+ years still. 18+years. Along with IT, I'm giving trainings in different platforms like online and offline platforms. Yes. So we are going to discuss all these concepts. First, we'll start with demo concepts, and then we are going to discuss Snowflake fundamentals, and then SQL for Snowflake, then AWS for Snowflake, and then master Snowflake concepts, and then Snowflake project, then Snowpark, master Snowpark, and then Snowpark project, then dbt, and then dbt project. Okay, the prerequisites also we are covering. So all these concepts we are covering as part of master Snowflake data engineering team. Okay.